Okay, so for today's lesson, we will be going over 7 important locomotor skills. These skills help to refine a child's gross motor abilities. Now, the more often locomotor skills are practiced, the greater the child's ability to tune the movement of each skill is. So, for example, with sufficient practice, a child who is able to hop in place becomes able to play hopscotch. Or after a simple running drill, a teenager is later able to compete in a relay race. So there's many activities that are implemented when you use these 7 important motor skills. Now the first one that we're gonna go over is running. And then after running, we're gonna progress into skipping, which is another important locomotor movement. We will then be followed by jumping, which you can use in basketball, volleyball. We would then use hopping as well. Then also we would have galloping, and sidestepping. Sidestepping is another drill that you can use in basketball if you're defending your opponent or if you're moving lateral. Then we have leaping would be our final task, and then we'll go over as we begin each activity. I will be going over the important skill sets that need to be practiced in order for you to be proficient. All right, so for the first skill, I'm going to show you the proper techniques on how to perform the running skill. Okay, so we're going to begin by pumping your arms. So you're going to shift your arms, make sure you pump. That's an important movement. The other one is high knees. So making sure your knees are going as high as possible, and then what I want you to do is I want you to practice it and perform the arm movement with the combination of the high knees at the same time. So here we go. So that's the first locomotor movement. Okay. The second one we have is skipping. So in skipping, what I would like you to do, the first step is going to be hop and land on one foot. Okay, so I want you to focus on hopping and landing on one foot, and then you're going to switch. From one foot to the other foot. Okay, so then you're going to hop on your left foot. Hop, 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 and then lastly, you're going to do the combination of both. So you're going to hop up. So you're going to skip from one foot to the other using your combination of swinging your arms. Okay, so that was skipping. Now the other skill would be hopping. Now in hopping, the first task would be to hop, similar to skipping, hop and land on one foot. But when you land, you want to make sure that your weight is on your toes, not on the bottom of your heel. So as you hop, you're gonna land on your toes, okay? So here we go. You can also shift your arms. So moving your arms contralaterally. So if you hop with this one, right. Hop with this one. If you raise your right knee, then it will be your left arm as you perform the movement going up. Same thing. If you raise your left knee, then it'll be your right arm. Okay. And the next skill now that we have is jumping. Okay. So in jumping, it's really important for you to keep your knees and feet together. The next one would be to use your arms, which helps you to create that momentum as you jump. And then you can also jump sideways. So your feet should be here, close. Your feet should be close, and you're gonna bend your knees. And as you jump forward, you're gonna create the momentum by shifting your arms forward as you're moving forward. So here we go. Knees and feet close together. You're gonna bend your knees, and you're gonna shift your arms forward. So sort of like a long jump. So I'll do that one more time. So here we go. Feet and knees close together. You're gonna bend your knees, go as low as possible, and create that momentum. So here we go. Here and shift. The whole point of jumping is making sure you can also balance yourself. So when you land, you want to make sure you land and make sure you're stable. You're under control at all times. Okay. Now for our next. Our next skill set is sidestepping. So for sidestepping, I want you to stay low and bending your knees at the same time. Now your weight should be on your toes as well. So you're gonna have your weight, keep in mind, I want your weight to be on your toes, not on the bottom of your heel. So your feet should be shoulder width apart. You don't want to have them too close together as in jumping. So shoulder width apart, your weight should be on your toes, and you're gonna step sideways. Sideways, and just making sure you want to make sure that you're nice and low. You don't want to be standing upright, okay? So, like I said, your weight should be on your toes, and your body should be low, facing your face should be facing straight ahead, and just shifting. Side step, okay? Now, the next skill would be galloping. Now for galloping, it's important to have one foot in front and the other foot should be right behind. In galloping, you're gonna move forward, okay? So, in this case, I'm gonna have my right foot to be in front, and then I'm gonna have my left foot to be behind it. So, there you go. And same thing, you wanna make sure you use your arms. So, one more time. Nice and loose, nice and loose. There you go. And lastly, we have leaping. So in leaping, you will be jumping off one foot, and then you're gonna land on the other foot, okay? Now, same thing, as you land, I want you to have your weight on your toes, not the back, not the bottom of your heel, okay? Now, the reason why I keep mentioning to have your weight on your toes instead of the back of your heels is so that you can be more, allow yourself to be more mobile. If you're on your heels, you're basically, there's this term called flat-footed. So when you're flat-footed, you don't have that much mobility in terms of shifting directions. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by leaping from my right foot, so, and landing on my left foot. So leap, leap, leap. One more time. Leap, 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 leap. Here we go. Leap, 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 leap. Keep in mind, keeping my weight on my toes, and I'm shifting directions, shifting directions as I leap. All right, so now I have Kenneth here. He'll be my student for today. We're gonna start off. Well, he selected 3 skill sets that we're gonna practice. The first one the first one that he selected is skipping. The second one is jumping, and the third one is sidestepping. So those are the 3 skills that we will be working on together today. We're gonna start off with jumping. Okay, so for jumping, you're gonna keep in mind that you're gonna have your knees and feet close together, so not wide. Okay, knees and feet close together, and you're gonna bend your knees and you're gonna go low, as low as you can, and then you're gonna use your arms to create momentum so that you can jump forward. Okay, so let me give you an example. Knees and feet close together. You're gonna bend your knees and go as low as possible, and as you jump forward, you're gonna swing your arms to create that momentum I mentioned. So here we go. And as you land, I want you to land stable. That way you're able to keep yourself stable at all times. Okay. So here we go. He's gonna show you an example. Okay. So here we go. There you go. Now for this skill, try to have your weight on the back of your heel, okay? So here we go. And bend your knees and try to go as low as possible and create use your arms. There we go. So here we go. There you go. Now as you land, your weight should always for this jumping skill, your weight should be on the back of your heel. Now it can be easy for you to lean forward, meaning that your weight's shifting onto your toes. But for this one, it's really important that as you land on the back of your heels. You can also land the same way that you jump. So if you land here, it'll allow you to be more stable. Okay, so try it one more time. Get lower, and there you go. So the more obviously the more practice, the easier it is to perform each skill set. So now from jumping, we're gonna shift onto skipping. So for skipping, we're gonna start off by first hopping on one foot and landing on one foot. So here we go. Practice that. There you go. Now we're gonna switch legs and we're gonna hop on your left foot. There you go. Now we're gonna implement a combination of both your arms and your legs. Okay. So for skipping, if I begin with my right leg, then you're going to use your left arm and then alternate, right? Here we go. Skipping. Here we go. Left, right. So here we go. Give that a try. There you go. Nicely done. And now, lastly, we have sidestepping. So for sidestepping, you're going to begin by having your feet shoulder width apart. Now for jumping, we did have basically close together. For this one, you're going to have a bit wider shoulder width apart. You're going to bend your knees and you're going to stay low. Now you're going to shift your weight to your toes. So this one, you're going to shift your weight to your toes so that you can have mobility as you sidestep. Back and forth. Okay? Here we go. I did notice that you did have a bit of your weight on your back heel. Just keep in mind, always try to have most of your weight on your toes. Because the reason why I keep emphasizing to have your weight on your toes is because you can change directions as you're shifting your weight back and forth. Try that one more time. Alrighty. Perfectly cortez. All right, class. So today, as I mentioned at the beginning of class, we were going over 7 of the basic locomotor movements that are really important for any activity. As like I said, jumping can be used for basketball, jumping to reach for a rebound. Sidestepping can also be used for basketball as you're playing defense against your opponent. So staying low, sidestepping, right? Staying low, having your hands out in front. That's another skill set that you can use in basketball. Leaping as well. Leaping, it allows you to be mobile, whether you're shifting directions, like for example, football, leaping for a catch. So catching the ball and then being able to leap to your other foot to get away from the defender. So these skill sets are really important. Like I said, it could be used for any activity, but most importantly, it gives you that positivity of being able to have fine, gross motor movement. Hope everyone was able to practice these skills, and I'll see you next class. Thank you.